The conference room was too bright. Glass walls, sunlight pouring in, 20 pairs of eyes watching me like I was already gone. "We have evidence," Calvin Drake said, sliding a printed report across the table. Highlighted logs, late-night access, external connections, carefully arranged to look like betrayal. "You've been working outside company boundaries," he continued. "That's a direct violation of policy." Beside him, Lena Cross nodded, already holding the termination letter like it was inevitable. I didn't touch the paper, didn't defend myself, didn't explain, because none of that would matter. They had already decided. "You're terminated, effective immediately." There it was, clean, cold, final. Around the table, people avoided my eyes. A few looked almost relieved, like the pressure was shifting off them, and onto me. "I understand," I said calmly. That surprised them. Calm always does. Calvin leaned forward slightly. "We'll need all system access, credentials, anything you've built." I smiled faintly. "Everything important is documented." Another lie. Not false, just incomplete. Because documentation without understanding is just noise. Security walked me out. Same hallway I had walked for 3 years. Now, suddenly foreign. My desk looked smaller than I remembered. A plant, a notebook, a life reduced to a box. As I left, I caught a glimpse of Owen Hale behind glass. He knew. He understood exactly what they had just done, and what it would cost them. But he said nothing. No one ever does, until it's too late. Outside, the air felt different, lighter, like something heavy had finally broken loose. My phone buzzed. A message. "You free now?" "Mira Solis," I typed back. "Yes, completely." For 3 years I had been the invisible layer, the one who built the system no one else wanted to understand. Not just software, but the processes, the fail-safes, the silent corrections that kept everything running. Every Tuesday at 10 a.m., I adjusted the load balancer manually to prevent overflow. Every Thursday night, I patched a timing conflict no one else even knew existed. Every end-of-quarter cycle, I stayed late to prevent the cascade. I had offered to teach it, document it, share it. No one had time. Until now. Monday afternoon. The first crack appeared. A minor delay. Authentication lag. Nothing dramatic. Calvin probably dismissed it. Tuesday. The system slowed. Queues backed up. Support tickets increased. Still manageable. Still deniable. By Wednesday, everything broke. I was in my new office when it started. Bright space. Quiet respect. A team that asked questions and listened to answers. My phone lit up. Call after call. Unknown numbers. Familiar ones. I ignored them until one voicemail stood out. Calvin. His voice. No longer arrogant. Fractured. "Everything's failing," he said. "We can't stop it." I didn't respond. Another message came minutes later. "We'll pay anything. Just tell us what to do." Anything. Funny word. Because when I asked for time, for help, for recognition, they had nothing to give. By evening, it was everywhere. Internal alerts, client complaints, escalations. The system they trusted blindly was collapsing. Not because I sabotaged it, but because I was the only one holding it together. I finally answered one call. Not Calvin, not HR, but Darren Cole. "We made a mistake," he said without introduction. Silence stretched between us. "We removed the wrong person." I leaned back in my chair. "You didn't remove me," I said quietly. "You removed understanding." He exhaled slowly. "The system is failing. We need your help." I closed my eyes for a moment, thought about the nights, the warnings, the ignored reports. "The recovery plan exists," I said. "Where?" "In the documentation you deprioritized for 18 months. Silence. Heavy. Regret-filled. "Can you walk us through it?" he asked. I opened my eyes, looked around my new office, my new team, my new life. "No," I said calmly. "I'm focused on one position now." By Thursday morning, the news broke. System outage, client losses, stock falling, Executives under investigation, the same people who sat across from me, now scrambling to explain what they never understood. At my new office, we were building something different, not dependent on one person, not fragile, not blind, a system that could survive, even if I wasn't there. That evening, I stood by the window, watching the city lights flicker on. My phone buzzed one last time. A message from Calvin, just 3 words. We were wrong. I stared at it for a moment, then locked my phone, because sometimes the greatest revenge isn't destruction. It's absence, the quiet, undeniable collapse of everything they thought they could run without you.